All right.
Hey, what's up? We're here again.
Again, here at the Rollforming show.
In downtown Cincinnati.
Yes, indeed, at the Duke Energy Center.
Exactly. And go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, we are at booth 102, but Randy is going to be either at this booth or over at the ST Fastening booth, which is 220. So if you're here and you don't find us here, make sure that you go over and look for Randy. He's going to be around.
Somewhere. Or just wander around until you find me. Do not come to the show and not see me. That's
right. He's shaking hands, kissing babies, all that stuff.
Everything but solid pizza maybe even later. Who knows? I think I better buy you something better than pizza.
Whatever I can steal from you.
Yeah, he's a food stealer.
That's right.
So anyway, let's go talk to our next guest of the next round here, Mr. Troyer. What do you think?
I think that sounds like better than this mug.
Well, I get tired of this mug after a while.
you and my
and
wife
you live
both.
with it. And
That's
your
right.
wife does too?
No,
that's
course.
what she said. I understand.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's go
All
get
right.
it. All right. Be right back. Hey, here we are at the Rollforming show with my friend Wayne Troyer. AccuForm. Wayne, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you for being on. We meet again.
Yeah, we meet again. It's always great to be at these shows.
It is always great to be, and it's always great to be hanging out with great guys like you in the industry. So thank you for being here and jumping on and supporting Gary and all the great people at Shield Wall.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, they do a great job here, and it's always fun to be here. It's one of the greatest shows we have.
It is. It's an outstanding show, and I was talking to somebody earlier about how it's maybe a little smaller footprint show than the great big gigantic shows, but it's a nice size show, and it actually gives us an opportunity to be with the people in our industry, right?
It does, and it's a great show. You got quality people, always good to be here, and you still got a lot of new people coming in, a lot of new vendors, and it's just great to be here.
It is. So AccuForm, tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
So we built roll forming equipment. We're in booth 308, and we do anything. We do a lot of custom stuff. It's not just a one size fits all.
Mm-hmm.
We do anything from metal to aluminum, a little bit of anything. So if you have any profile, anything you would like, come see us.
Yeah. You guys do a really good job, and you're in, and I know I get the name wrong. It's Paint something, Ohio.
It's in Millersburg, Ohio, right. But it's a division of Paint Valley Parts.
Paint Valley, there we go. So, but in Millersburg, just outside of which is for anybody that don't know, the world headquarters of the Amish community.
Correct.
I mean,
yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean,
correct. Yep.
World headquarters is the right word, but that's what I'm using as my show.
Yeah.
But it is a beautiful area, be a part of the country, and you've been doing the roll forming part because you did other things there before roll forming.
Yep. Yes, we did. We did aftermarket parts for heavy equipment.
Okay. So you kind of know what you're doing.
We try to. Yeah.
Well, you pretend real well at least. So.
No, it's been great.
And how many years have you been there in Millersburg?
We've been there for 12 years.
Okay.
So we bought this company from a company started in 2010. We bought it from them, and we've been going since then. Never looked back.
Yeah. You're out there every day and doing some really, really good stuff. So you got to enjoy this industry, right?
Oh, it is. And it's phenomenal. It's not something that you can say it's going to go away in 3 to 5 or 10 years. This company is going to be here forever. I mean, we're here to serve the people, and people always need metal roofing, re-roofs. They always need that.
Exactly. And I've been to and you've had some open houses that you've invited me to in the past, which I've always appreciated. And so I have had an opportunity to tour your facility a little bit, and it's first class. I mean, you guys, this is the real deal, what you guys do. And building roll formers is not for the light of heart either, right? Or the faint of heart.
Correct. I mean, it's not something you can rush.
Right.
You have to take your time and make so it's right.
So how far, right now, obviously you're busy. And this has been a great busy industry for us, even pre-COVID, if you will. I hate using that word, but it is what it is. But there's no slowdown in sight for what you've got for machines, right?
No, we're a year out. And as of today, I've already sold like 5 machines at the show.
Really? Wow.
So it's like, if we do anything else in the next day, we'll be at 14 months.
14 months. Wow. So that speaks highly of where the industry's going, doesn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I guess people better plan a little bit, and not decide to get in the roll forming thing overnight, right?
Exactly. I mean, we got a whole list of people that want, do you get a used machine? Do you have a secondary machine? No, we've got a list of these people. There is nothing available.
Right.
And people will pay a premium just to have a machine, even if it's a used machine.
Right, because they don't want to. If they don't want to wait 12 to 14 months, and there's a used one, they'll buy it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they start
Mm-hmm.
soon, as opposed to months.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And it speaks well, like I said, for the industry, because you and we've been in this industry for a long, long time, right?
Yeah.
And it really speaks well for the fact that it continues to grow like it does. And all the new profiles and all the new things that are coming out. And the exciting thing that you guys are good at is you're able to take, like you said, if there's a new profile you want to run, all you got to do is get it designed, and I suppose you have the ability to do that, or to help them design a specific panel if that's what they want to do.
Yeah, we have a guy that does all our engineering. He used to engineer for Ford and GM back in the day, so he's semi-retired. So he thinks this is like an easy part of it, instead of doing car parts, doing a roofing, metal panel stuff. It's a walk in the park for him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So right now you're saying, if it's a standard stock unit or a standard ag panel or a standard R panel, whatever, it's still the 12 to 14 months.
Correct.
If it's a new design, what's that look like?
Same amount of time.
Okay.
Because it takes approximately 3 months to get dies from start to finish. With using D2 tool steel as our forming dies, they need to be through hardened. There's a process they go through. It's not like you can make dies overnight.
Right.
So with that being said, you can still do all of them, even if it's a custom profile. We can get them in and we can get them through in a year.
Gotcha.
Now, if that time would come down to 6 months, you still have to have almost a year to do a custom.
Sure, makes sense.
But I don't see that in anywhere in the near future.
No, well, not if you sold 5 units at the show.
Yeah.
And probably another 5 before it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll be out to 2090 or something. I don't know. Well, that's awesome. It's good to hear that business is good. So, you're in Millersburg, Ohio. How do people get a hold of you? Do you have a website?
We have a website. It is accuformequipment.com.
Okay.
I have an email, wayne@accuform.com, and then also the phone number.
Yeah, what's the phone number? Let's get it out there.
It's 330-674-4003.
You didn't just give us your home phone number, did you?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, you might want to get a call at home. I don't know. Or do you take a break ever? Probably you don't have time, do you?
That phone also transfers to my cell phone.
So you don't get a break.
I don't get a break. So I have my phone at home, and if I know that it's a customer that has a problem, or I know he's going to be running in the evening, I will take calls in the evenings on Saturdays sometime to help the customer out, because I know he needs to run.
Sure.
I mean, he can't be down.
Yep. So service oriented too. You don't just make roll form machines, but you service and take care of customers.
We do. And we do.
I know you do. I'm just setting you up for that.
Yeah. And we do. I mean, if somebody wants, we try to be there within 24 hours if somebody has a breakdown.
Okay. So you have people that will go out
if
they have a problem.
Yeah. We've got 3 guys that go out, and believe it or not, sometimes they go, it's your turn to go. You got to go.
Oh, they send you sometimes.
Yeah, they send me sometimes. So
the question is, do you know what you're doing?
no.
Okay, but that's okay. I thought I knew deep down you're just the pretty face of this thing, right?
Yeah,
okay.
that's just a pretty face.
Yeah, that's what it is. Somebody's got to do it.
Yep,
Somebody's got to do it. That's why I don't let my producer, director, buddy, pal, Wes Wyatt get on here too long, because he is the pretty face of us too. I mean, you've met Wes. I mean, his face. But he's a lovable lug, though.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be careful. I got to say it again. He's a food stealer. I never get tired of saying that. I'm guarding against him when we go to dinner tonight with him. When I go to dinner with him, I know he's already got an idea about something. So
he'll tell you to look the other way.
Yeah, he will. He does.
Then he'll grab
he does
it.
that. He does that.
Yeah.
So, well, Wayne, thank you for being on. Thank you for all you do in the industry. I know you're an important cog in what we all do. And all of us guys that represent other types of products, accessory type items, as I do in the industry, if people aren't rolling metal, they don't need my stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a good revolving door that we all appreciate. So
Thank you.
all right, my friend, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wayne Troyer, AccuForm, and that's ACU-FORM.
Correct.
AccuForm. All right, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank
Cheers. All right, so we've got. You just got with the beautiful and incredible company of AccuForm, Wayne Troyer. We got another guy swinging in here from the industry, been a guest before on the podcast. He even lets me write a blog or two for him and puts it out there now and then. How you doing,
Randy?
Keith?
I'm
Keith
doing
Dyson
great.
with Smart Build.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. How you doing?
It's always good to see you. We've been around this industry for a while together.
Yeah, a while, but we never get older. That's
We
the
don't.
most
I don't get
amazing
any older,
thing.
and you don't
No.
either. I
No,
love that.
yeah.
I just figure this way I'll be doing this when I'm 100.
Well, if you keep getting better with age, like wine,
Yeah,
Randy,
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
This will be even more fun.
This is why I think I like Cabernet, because I get better just like it does. The older, the better, right?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give it a try because I don't like the alternative.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Getting older is better than the alternative, right?
Bingo. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So tell everybody what you do, Smart Build.
Well,
everybody
we're-
probably knows if they're in the
Well,
industry, they know. But let's just make
I
sure.
hope they do, but for those few individuals who
Came out of a rock
just,
somewhere behind a rock.
haven't been
cave,
out recently.
right,
So Smart Build, we're a software development company, and we looked at the post-rate. The parent company's been writing software since 1975, so we've been around for a long time. But we looked at post-frame about 7 years ago,
Mhm.
and what we found is that it wasn't really a professional software development company that was addressing this industry.
Right.
And so, I just went out personally and I traveled around and I interviewed with some of the big name players, people like Graver Post
Mhm.
Buildings, A.B. Martin,
Right.
and others. And I heard the same story over and over again. That's that, hey, we would love for a software development company to apply some resource
Mhm.
and give us a tool that will automate takeoffs,
There you go.
pricing, and generating drawings. So long story short, that was 7 years ago. Nothing happens overnight.
Right.
We started out with a 6-person team. We worked with some of those companies I mentioned to you. And little bit by little bit, 7 years later now, and we've tripled the size of the company.
Wow.
We have 18 persons in the company. We have a 12-person team that works full-time on improving the software. And our customer base has grown as well.
Wow.
So the word's getting around. Randy, we're adding between 20 and 30 new customers every month right now.
Every month.
Every month.
Wow.
So I tell you, it's very gratifying for me.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm
Yeah.
sure it is.
It
That's pretty amazing. And I can tell you, I always, when I talk about you, everybody knows you, and everybody knows your company, and that's a testament to what you do.
Well, I appreciate that.
You're well
I mean,
thought of in the industry,
Yeah.
and I was talking to Wayne just before you with some of the roll forming equipment, and I know as us reps in the industry that sell a lot of the accessory products, if product doesn't get roll formed,
Mhm.
they don't need our product. And if the buildings and the designs don't get done, they don't need our product. So I think I can speak
Right.
on behalf of everybody in the industry is the service that you bring that helps these people bring the project to life is pretty important.
Well, yeah, and like I said, it's very gratifying for me, right? Because when I see the productivity we bring to these companies, it's making a difference in their life and it's helping them grow their business.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I'm really excited to tell you about this, though. Randy.
Okay, I'm ready.
Just recent. Well, I think something else that everybody in the industry knows is that there is a huge demand for barn dominiums.
Oh,
right?
big time.
I mean, everybody's talking about barn dominiums.
That's the name of that.
Right.
That's the name of the name of the year, right?
Yeah, it's got-
Barndominium.
Yeah, and it's got great potential. The challenge is it takes a really long time for a contractor to design a barn dominium and generate a quote. I mean, it could take a day or more.
Right.
Well, Smart Build, right now we're in the middle of a group of releases where we're giving our customers the ability to sit down with the client real time and lay out an entire barn dominium interior
With the customer,
with the customer.
with the client.
So
Wow.
in 30 minutes, and that customer will be able to walk away with a plan set and a price. A
Get
sales
out.
proposal. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's going to make such a dramatic change. I'm excited about it. Our customers are excited about it because
That's-
it's just going to help them grow their business tremendously.
Oh, absolutely. Because,
Yeah.
like you said, with barn doors are a little different than a backyard storage building, right?
Absolutely,
There's a lot of stuff,
a
and
lot of stuff.
there's just a lot of stuff. Even if you know what you're doing,
That's right.
there's a lot of stuff.
That's right.
And if you want to get into that, and you just don't have the expertise to have what you're talking about, this software to give that expertise to that guy that says, I've never done a barn door before, but I think I want to get into it. you need that almost plug and play that you bring to the table.
That's right. That's right. And even for people who know what they're doing, because it takes so long.
Right.
It takes so long, and there's so many changes because now you're dealing with a husband and wife, and that's the home they're going to live in.
Right on.
So they're
Right.
change is going to be inevitable.
And
so anyway, yeah.
I would assume then as they get into the project, the homeowner walks away, they go home and they decide this is what I want to go with. But the ability to go back in as the inevitable change order happens, it's probably pretty easy to go back in and quickly
A matter of minutes. A matter of minutes.
versus again all day maybe
All day.
trying
Yeah,
to figure
it's just
out
crazy.
the
Yep.
change,
Yep.
move this wall. And again, for anybody that doesn't necessarily understand barn dominion, one of the beauties is interior wall. They can be anywhere you want.
They're non-load bearing,
Exactly.
and that's one of the big benefits.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
So you take a free span building and it's like a blank carpet or
Yeah.
a blank easel, I guess. If you
That's
will.
right. Yeah, and you can just carve away.
Move it
Carve
here,
away.
move this wall over there.
Yep.
Hey, could we make this bedroom a little smaller because I'd like the living room bigger?
Yep.
It's a matter of clicking a couple buttons
Yep.
and it's done.
Yep.
Versus, like you said, if you get into a more traditional build, again, you got to go back and that changes the load bearings, it changes everything. You got to go back to engineering, go back to the truss company sometimes, right? There's that could be not only hours, it could be days.
And that's the beautiful thing about this is the whole post frame industry will be positioned in a way that they can say to the home building community, no, we can turn this information around, have it be rock solid, same day.
Oh,
And if you go out to the conventional construction industry, it'll take sometimes months
right,
to get all that data.
right.
So we got a huge leg up,
We do.
and it can be wonderful things for this.
It can, and with the post frame industry, is what I think is really cool is if you're whether you're building with laminated columns or you're building with sawn or whatever you're doing, is the interior finish is so easy on the exterior walls, right? The interior of the exterior wall, you're not dealing with how do I work with cement block and how am I going to fur it? How am I going to work with a steel building? Which steel buildings are barn doors too, and I'm not knocking that either.
Yeah.
But the ease of that construction with post frame, and with all the alternative foundation systems, if you don't want to have exposed wood in the ground, there's ways of taking wood out of the ground completely and or preserving the wood in the ground, right? So there's a lot of alternatives that are available that people don't have to fear building post frame for a house.
There's so much flexibility when you think about it, Randy. Heck, when you start out building that barn dominium, you don't even have to have a floor.
Right.
You can have splash boards, and if your budget says, hey, I can only put up this shell right now, you can put up that shell. And you might go back and pour a concrete floor later on.
Right.
And the interior, again, because it's non-load bearing, much easier for somebody to even DIY on the interior.
Sure.
So yeah.
Sure. So yes, they could. Yeah. Then that's a good point. They could literally get the building built by a professional, and say, you know what, I can tinker with the interior as I get a chance. I've done some of that. That's something I can handle. I just don't want to put the structure up.
Right.
They can literally work away as they want.
That's right.
That's
A
awesome.
lot of flexibility.
Beautiful.
So we're looking forward to what this is going to do to the market.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
We're very excited.
So, how do people get a hold of you?
Hey, they can go to our website. That's www.smartbuildsystems.com, or they can just give me a phone call. I do all the sales work. I love to talk to customers. They can call me at 303-579-6277.
You sure that's right?
I've only said it about 1.5 million times.
I'm sure you
right?
have.
So,
All right, Keith. Thanks for all you do for the industry. You're doing some really great work, and we appreciate it.
well, thanks, Randy.
Thanks for having me on.
me,
Appreciate
right?
it as always.
Take care and
All
have
right.
a great show.
You got it. You too.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye.
All right. There we go. And we got another guy coming up. Can you believe this? We're a threefer. This is just exciting to be here doing this stuff. When bringing people to the if you're not at the show, at least we can give you a little exposure to what's going on here. Speaking of exposure, Rocky, what's up? Rocky, Lands. Give me. I always get your name.
Landsberg.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's Norwegian.
There's Norwegian.
Yeah.
So is that Norway?
That is in Norway.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
You're not from there originally, though.
No, my great grandpa was Norway. Came over in 1917-ish.
Ish. Okay,
Yes.
perfect. So Rocky, you're with Shieldwall, who puts on this beautiful show for us,
Thank you.
and many other shows that we're going to talk about, and so many of the magazines that we all read in the industry. So you're an editor, and actually for anybody that reads Frame Building magazine and ever kind of wanders into my goofy stuff that I write, you're my editor.
Yeah,
So
and-
you're the one that makes me look good.
No, I don't have to do much to it. Frame Building News has been around for decades now. We have over 20,000 readers, professionals, builders, and contractors. Um, and we have been covering really industry trends and et cetera, how to do things right, et cetera. But especially trying to move in your direction, which is marketing and, how to get the word out in frame building, pole building is nothing new about it.
Right.
But we're trying to be newer and cooler and really move the industry forward. And so that's where our magazine has been trying to go. And that's why we have you writing for it, is trying to get people to understand that this is not your grandpa's pole barn, which was your last headline.
Yes, exactly.
This is now a really cool thing that your kids are going to tell you about if you don't, and so that's what we're excited about in post frame.
Yeah, and I love what you're doing with all that, because as Keith Keith Dyson was just talking about with Smart Build, we went so far so fast in this industry and what we can do with post frame construction, right? It really, like you said, it's not your father's Oldsmobile, which goes way back to an old ad. It's not just some galvanized steel and a no overhang and a walk door or two and maybe a slide door. They'll still get built, but with the cupolas and the porches and now barn doors, there's so many things that can be done with post frame. We need to stay on that leading edge, and you're doing a great job with the magazine and everything that you do at the show to expose all of our post frame contractors out there, right? There's no box, right? So let's not even think out of the box. Let's see no box at all, right?
Yeah, and what's happening that is fortunate when you're in an industry like ours, in the post frame industry specifically, the industry trends or the societal trends are coming to us, and you want to be in an industry like that.
Right.
So you're talking about open floor plans, of big, wide open spans. You're talking about things like my wife and I just built, which is not post frame, but might as well have been, which is our retirement, our live-in retirement space, live-in place home or whatever, which is one level, slab, in-floor radiant heat. You're talking about being able to nowadays be able to affordably just put up a big space that you can fill in later.
Right.
And so all of these things were made for post frame, and they were made for frame building and et cetera. And we were there before it. And so it's going in a circle and it's coming back around to us, not just in barn doors, but in many other ways. And so that's what we're excited about with Frame Building News, and that's why we're starting a post frame show next June.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this.
Yeah.
So let's finish up chatting about that, because that's the newest entry into your wheelhouse, if you will.
Yeah, we have a Garage Shed Carport Builder show in January, but the newest show for Shieldwell is next June of 2024, and it's the Post Frame Builder Show, and it's in Branson. And so there are two things that Gary recognized. Is number one, we need a post frame show specifically for buyers and builders within post frame and not for consumers. But also, we all want a trip to Branson. And so
why not?
There is an element to take a business or business/family vacation in Branson. That's part of it too, and in June. So yes, the other thing we do with these shows, and I know you appreciate it, you've been to a lot of shows, we don't run really long ones. They're a day and a half, kind of thing. And they're all about qualified people and getting qualified people in front of our vendors, and not just having passers-by. So anyway, that we're excited about that too.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. And the other thing I really like about your shows is you do a really good job of combinations with your educational breakout rooms. They have everything from people like myself. I was blessed to get a chance to chat this morning. We'll chat again tomorrow. Again, about hybrid selling tomorrow. But you have equipment people, you have maintenance people. So people could come here and not only just network on the floor, network off the floor, but get some good education, get some good feedback from some of these seminars too.
Yeah, and I just ran down here from one. And when we're done, I'll be going back up there to it. I like the schedule of, especially the opening morning. It doesn't start until 12:30 in the afternoon, so there is education all morning, and then 12:30 in the afternoon is when the actual show starts. So they're short, they're concise shows. They're easy to get into, easy to get out of,
Mhm.
and from an exhibitor standpoint, we always make it prioritize. We go to building spaces. I'm going to say this politely and politically. We go to building spaces that are easy to get in and out of.
Right.
Those are the facilities we
Right.
use, and I'll
Right.
leave the verbiage at that.
Oh,
But,
no, that makes sense.
so anyway, yeah, and so thank you for being here and,
Oh.
and for spreading the word with your podcast too. These are the kinds of things that will move our industry forward.
Well, I agree, and thank you for being on. And our roll forming show next year is in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yes, that's the word, and
that's-
so we can still drive to it. Still Midwest from Wisconsin,
Yes,
so that's
exactly.
one thing that we like.
Exactly. Grand Rapids, for anybody that doesn't know, I was born and raised in Michigan. I would say growing up, but I haven't done that yet. And
Oh, yeah,
I've decided, I took a vote with myself, and I'm not going to.
Okay,
Yeah, it's my choice. But Grand Rapids is a great city.
good.
They have DeVos Hall, where it's at, is a great facility right downtown, within 2 to 3 blocks of all the pubs and restaurants and things you want to do. So it's a great venue.
Good.
So
Thanks
we'll
for that.
enjoy it there. So
Mhm.
anybody will be there. So again, give us the dates on the pole barn show, and we'll get
Oh,
out
it's
here.
June. I think it's 24 and 25.
That
I don't
sounds
have
right.
it memorized.
That's right.
Yeah, something
It'll
like
be
that.
promoted all over the place
Yeah,
as well too.
You betcha.
Rocky, thank you, my friend.
Thank you
Appreciate
for
all you
what
do
you
for the
do.
industry.
Thank
you too. All right, cheers, brother. There we go. Rocky himself from Shield Wall Media. We're going to be back in, about another couple hours with Gary Reichert, the actual CEO and publisher himself of Shield Wall Media. We're going to tour the fun part. We are going to tour my buddy, pal, producer, director, Wes Wyatt, standing. Just get over here for a minute. We're really excited about this because we're going to tour the hospitality area
Okay.
with Gary.
Oh, you can't beat that.
And look, his food's going by right now.
That's right. I'll start floating away like one of the cartoon characters.
Wait a minute till we get done.
Okay.
Jeez, come on, have a little professionalism,
I
brother.
know.
But yeah, so we're gonna do that next with Gary. A little bit of chat about the show itself from the CEO and publisher and owner of this whole thing that puts this on.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow morning, we're West. If you're here, I have a talk tomorrow morning about hybrid selling, and my brother here has a talk about
Social media.
social media, which is what Wes Wyatt at weswyatt.com, since he's here, does more than just hang out with me.
Yeah.
He's a pro at this, and now he's become a friend, a pal, buddy, a brother, but he's a pro in the world of social media, a pro in the world of podcasting. He produces and directs Building Wins Live and so much more for me and a lot of my social media presence, and he does it for other people. So might as well give you a shout out while you're here. If you need some help with that, Wes is the man.
I can definitely help. We
can
do
do
it
it.
all over the place.
And he's the best. So that's it. Are we done?
I think we're done.
I think we should get out of here
I think
until
so.
we go see Gary at the hospitality area.
Yes.
And then tomorrow
no
morning-
Dr. Peppers
No
because
Dr. Peppers for me.
75 hard.
75 hard, baby.
Right.
Day 60, in case you're counting.
Woo.
Huh? 15 more. It's
amazing. I wouldn't expect anything less.
I will not fail.
That's right. I know
That's
you
why I was
will.
up at 4:45 to go to the gym.
That's because you're the man.
Because I'm tough.
I know this.
Not very smart, one of the other.
I know this.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, 5 o'clock we'll be back thereabouts, and then tomorrow morning, if you're at the show, catch Wes and I's talks upstairs, and we have a podcast tomorrow. I think we're doing one at 8:30. I think tomorrow morning will be the last one.
Yep.
We got Ryan from CDAN and probably Karen from Shield Wall, and maybe one more. We might find somebody wandering around that wants to jump on. So we kind of ad lib.
You can see 102 up here. That's Randy's booth. If he's not here, make sure you go over to 220 to the ST Fastening booth because he's going to be either here, or he's going to be shaking hands and kissing babies in between. But make sure you get a chance to catch him because he's the best.
Appreciate you, brother.
Love you, man.
Back.
Love
Good
you
stuff.
back.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right,
Later.
Bye bye.